we're here for the Cherokee Bluff Flowery Branch girls game. Just got underway. Cherokee Bluff made it to the championship game last year, but then tough loss, as we talked about earlier in the week. But went on to win the big game, last year's state championship, returning a handful of players. Got a lot of good players in this squad, so I know they're coming in looking for this championship in LANIER now. With us, legendary coach Seth Vinings. He might know a little bit about this LANIER tournament. Coach, thank you for being with us.
I appreciate you having me on.
All right, so I got to ask again, how many LANIER titles did you have?
15.
15 LANIER titles.
You know, that's kind of crazy when you think about it. You know, getting 1 or 2 is pretty amazing, but to get 15.
Yeah, is that a record?
I was very blessed.
That's got to be the record. I would have to.
It's the most total. I think Jerry Davis has maybe 1 or 2 more boys titles. I had 5 with girls and 10 with boys.
Okay.
Did you know this? And you probably do know this. You got to win 3 in a row to keep the LANIER trophy.
They don't have to be in a row, just 3.
Just 3, and then you get to keep 1. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I thought it had to be in a row because Bluff's looking for 3rd this year.
Well, winning 3 in a row is very different. You know, it takes you a while to win 3, depending on the situation. But yeah, that's one thing to look forward to when you chance to get a trophy and keep it in your school.
So do y'all have multiples in there now, or do they just let you keep 1?
Well, you get to keep it for the year.
Okay.
And if somebody wins it 3 times, they retire that trophy, and the team gets to keep it after that.
Okay.
And then they'll go buy a new trophy.
Okay.
How many trophies does East Hall have?
Yeah. Sounds like 5.
No, it's hard to win 3 in a row.
It is.
7.
7 in a row.
7. We had a great run at East Hall where we won 7 in a row, and then we lost 1, and then we won another one. And I think Coach Deitz came on, and he won a couple after that. So for about a 10-year span there, we won about 8 or 9 times.
Wow.
He's so humble. He goes, "It's hard to win 3. How many did you win? 7."
Well, you know, I was afraid Gaines was going to catch us a couple years ago, you know, because they had about 4 or 5 in a row. And I guess the East Hall team, I wasn't coaching, but the East Hall team beat them. Kind of broke their streak. But yeah, everything's got to go well. You have to have good teams. You got to have a break every now and then, but it's tough to win. It's tough to win back to back. Cherokee Bluff has got it. And it's a bit fall back, but and it's been nice to see Cherokee Bluff. Very talented.
I had to miss that game, so I'm excited to watch them Monday night.
Technically, you're not supposed to touch the rim, right? I'm sure some of that was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Because the refs go in at halftime as well. But I love that halftime. I enjoyed it. That was my only time to shine, really, if I'm being honest with you.
When we were together doing that, we would talk to the team right now.
Yeah.
So after halftime, we didn't release them and then bring them back to us. We went straight from warm-up, talked to the final instructions, and then they would be on their own to get ready to start the game.
I got you.
I always like to have things the same no matter where we were playing, and like having 15 minutes to warm up. Like sometimes you might go somewhere and they want to give you 10 minutes to warm up, and you're used to 15.
Yeah, we've been in a couple of events where whatever the time difference was between when we were scheduled to and when we got out there, that was your warm-up time.
Oh, okay.
If it was 3:52 and you were supposed to play at 4, you had 8 minutes to warm up.
Oh, wow.
They didn't go any higher.
Well, who came up with y'all's routine? Because that's one thing I remember in the early 2000s, especially when I played against y'all, the warm-up with the dribbling and all that. You know, who came up with that?
That was just
Yeah, I just put some things together that I thought would be efficient. You know, the biggest thing is you want to give your kids a chance to shoot. You don't want to tire them out, but you want them ready to go when the game starts. And some of our players take it to another level. The way the game's being played now, everybody's shooting threes almost entirely. It seems that way.
Oh, yeah, it does. This whole tournament.
Games is one of the few teams because of their size. They really do a good job of trying to hit the post. But they got a couple of kids that can shoot threes really well. That's the thing that makes their boys so tough. Is when you have great guards and that kind of size, it presents a lot of problems.
Looks like we're gonna have our special guest coming on. He pointed us out over there. I'll give you a hint, the jacket's already come off.
Oh, yeah.
He's played very well. As a freshman, playing with the four seniors last year, he kind of learned what he had to do to get more time on the floor, like going to get offensive rebounds and trying to make some defensive plays. And I think he realized if I do that, my playing time's going to increase. Now he's in a position where he's got to look to score a little bit more, and he's doing that, and he continue doing the other things. So, he loves basketball. So it's been fun to watch.
Good.
And and I'm partially responsible for that because I introduced Adam to his wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then.
I was there.
Well, she's in with our girl, too.
Yeah,
So.
I introduced them in the J&J parking lot.
Okay.
True story.
Well, then you're more than partially responsible for it. That's a pretty big deal.
Dang, you coach, you wed people, and you introduce them. You do it all. Do it all.
We just seen a couple weeks ago, you had a big pancake breakfast at your house.
Oh, yeah, 154 pancakes.
Wow. And who cooked all those? Okay.
You got a big griddle out back?
Oh, no, 2 frying pans.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a lot right there.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Vining, I got to ask. I know the answer to if you miss it or not is you got to miss it, but how much do you miss it? I mean, are you ever sitting up there going?
Yeah, I missed it a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I understood when I came back about 5 or 6 years ago, it changed our lifestyle so much. And I didn't really discuss it with my wife, Kathy, but I knew it changed our life so much. It wasn't fair to her for me to be gone as much as I was. And I made the decision I need to go back to being her husband. She was a great coach's wife for 40 years, and it just wasn't fair. I mean, if I could figure out some way to coach from 9 to 5 and be home at 5, I'd be coaching now.
Yeah.
But it's important for me to be with her, and it's important for me to be home, and I'm trying to keep her retired. And if I'm in the gym one day a week, I can kind of get away with that. Whether I'm working with kids that just want to work on whatever they want to work on, or if I'm going to a practice and watching a practice somewhere, I can get away with one day a week. But,
No, sure.
But to do it right, and I'm seeing Coach Sherry, you're doing it 24/7 for the most part.
That's the thing about winning too. You get to winning like that. Now all of a sudden you can work and start building the next group. I mean, once we got successful, there was 5 to 10 games every year where you can play your younger kids in the fourth quarter. That time is so valuable.
Yes.
And it just creates that next in line mentality. I'm in that next group that's coming. So
Definitely.
I played till I physically couldn't play anymore. My last year at Collinsville, we were getting up and playing 3 times a week at 5 a.m. And I was there, and the last day we played in May. I tore my meniscus and then cracked my kneecap. That was the one that I knew I can't go play anymore. So I have not played since then.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Well, we're at halftime here of the game. I do want to point this out. It's 26-9 halftime score, Cherokee Bluff. I believe it was 22-6 after the first quarter. Flowery Branch is still struggling to score a little bit, but their defense locked in and only gave up 4 points that quarter. I'm really impressed with that.
I will say Bluff subbed in a lot of their second, third string. They're getting a lot of reps for those younger girls, trying to build them up.
Listen, Cash, there's no excuses, okay? They held them to 4 points. They held them to 4 points. Okay?
You're right.
We got him in the house. Hey, Coach Graham right here. Coach Dix, look, we just want to say how awesome LANIER is that you two get out there and do those half-court shots. Hopefully, maybe he's already got the win out of the way. Maybe that'll, you know.
Exactly. So, they up 3-0 right now.
That's right.
If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube, In the Stands Podcast.